puedo creer.
Yo también.
I believe.
Desde Escocia para todo el mundo, Triple Manía Regia recibe a Joe Hendry.
Live from the MMA studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you've tuned in to the Generation Evolution for Thursday night, June 19th, 2025. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
I'm Mark.
And hi everybody. This week's show will actually go up on time, unlike last week's show, which was lost in the ether. Unlike last week's show, that was lost in the ether. More on that in a couple of minutes. In a minute. But first things first, we're going to open up the show with a local band. I found them on TikTok. This is Gold Steps, featuring from Steve Club. This is a Milwaukee rock band. This is called Stay the Same. So
Not bad.
I thought it was pretty cool. I found them on TikTok. I'm like, this is really rocks. I like this.
Wow.
So there you go. A little local flavor tonight for music. So there you go. So a little behind the scenes here for those wondering. So on Sunday, we were talking about last Thursday's show. Well, last Thursday's show doesn't exist anymore. Except for like the 10 minutes that I had, because there was an issue on the server, on the StreamYard server, and they told me they could find our show. They didn't find our show. So the show never happened. We had fun doing it, but the show never happened. For that reason, awful customer service, and well, a cheaper price. This will be our last night on StreamYard. We'll be leaving StreamYard tonight. We're going to a brand new platform on Sunday. I've been working on it behind the scenes. So Sunday we'll be doing a brand new platform, and I'm actually really excited for this new platform. I actually have a lot more toys and a lot more things I can do over there. I'm actually really excited for the new platform, but that'll be on Sunday's show. So look out for that on Sunday. So I showed Christian a little behind the scenes of it, and he's actually really liked the little stuff I showed him. And I just showed him the minor stuff, not the major stuff I've been working on. So, and it's cheaper than this service. So it's what it is. So anyway, so welcome to this show. We have a lot to get to, a lot to talk about. We're having some technical difficulties here, so I had to actually move some wires around right before we went on the air. One of our screens is down currently. I got to fix that before Sunday. I think I know how to fix it. I don't have the time right now to do it. I don't have the time right now. I think it unplugged. One of our screens unplugged.
The big screen that I usually look up.
The big screen is not working because the computer attached to it unplugged.
Yeah. The big screen is not working. Knocked over. My phone fell.
Yeah.
Shrek fell.
Luckily, it happened all before we went on the air, so nobody knew about that
until right now.
But yeah, so let's get into things. We have a lot to discuss.
No one had to witness that complete mess.
Let's talk about stuff here first. So what we're going to do is we have on the smaller screen down here, Christian's going to be following along what's going on. So his eyes are shifting over to me. It's because I have the smaller screen here with all their notes on it. But anyway, a couple of non-wrestling stuff first. So hockey guy, I got to bring this up. The Stanley Cup Finals are officially over. They ended on Tuesday night. And for the second year in a row, the Florida Panthers are the Stanley Cup champions. You could hear the thrill in my voice right now when talking about this.
He's very happy.
I didn't watch the series. And this is the first time I said that in years. I actually did not watch any of the series. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't care. it was the same matchup as last year, and I just didn't care. And that says a lot coming from me. I did watch the cup ceremony on Tuesday night, and I was asked my opinion from people that from Sal and from my friend Josh who wanted to know my opinion because they didn't see it. And I'll be honest with you, it was weird. It was a weird ceremony because I felt like it was deja vu. We just did this last year in the same location, in the same place, with almost the exact same team. Like, it was weird. And the only difference was it was on TNT instead of ESPN. That's on ABC. That's the only difference. Other than that, it was the exact same thing. It was weird. Even Batman was joking about it. Like, it was weird. So,
did you go forward in time or go backwards in time with that damn
ceremony? It was bizarre to watch. So that's the picture of the team photo at the end with the fireworks going up and back. I mean, I'm happy for the Panther fans. I just could care less about this series. I just could care less about this. So there you go. 2025 Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. Whoa. Exactly. So all right.
Hello, welcome to the.
Yeah, there's someone watching. Hi, whoever's watching. If you want to comment, please comment. I can pick you up on the screen.
I always love it when it comes to my streaming and this we restream. I always got to point out whoever joins just so they feel welcomed.
That's fine. I don't mind you doing that at all. I have no problem with you doing that whatsoever. Anyway, so one other thing on the run sheet. Okay, let me ask you a question. I know you sure doesn't want baseball.
One thing. Welcome again, whoever joined.
Anyone? I don't know how much you. I know you don't follow baseball, except for like the Brewers, knowing the Brewers play. Dad, what do you know about the Colorado Rockies this year?
They used to be a powerhouse team.
Well, this year.
This year, I think you would probably call them the losers of their standings.
Well, that's an understatement. That's an understatement. Last year, Chicago White Sox had what was known as the worst season in modern baseball. Ooh. They had the worst season in modern baseball. The Colorado Rockies are playing worse.
What the fuck? Is that the equivalent of like someone is that the equivalent of like the newest team is just as no, I wouldn't say that.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I can actually give you the record in a second.
I'm trying to say like, is that like the new team beating the already bad team?
No, I wouldn't go that far. It's always going to be bad teams in sports. Every year happens a bad team in sports. You know,
and most of the time it's not even the player's fault. It's just
things just happen.
It's just it could be who they're against. People get hurt.
Well, okay, we are now. I'm trying to get a number here. Take for instance the Brewers. The Brewers are currently 40 and 35. There's 75 games into a 162 game season.
So I think we're in second place in the division that we are.
Yeah, but think about that.
So it's 35 losses.
Yeah, but that's normal. That's a normal average team in the league right now.
Oh no.
Chicago White Sox last year.
Oh no.
Were the worst team in history, right? This year they have 23 wins.
Okay.
For a team that was terrible last year, that ain't half bad. You think they do better because the Pope is a White Sox fan, but that's a whole different thing. That's not a joke, by the way. That's not even a joke.
No, I know. Yes.
But the Rockies.
Oh no.
A couple of weeks ago, they were playing the Mets.
Oh no.
And going into the Mets series, which they got swept in, by the way, they had 9 wins.
Wow.
Today, they have 17 wins. They're 17 and 58 as of today.
So they got to be last place in their division, I'm guessing.
They're last place in all time.
Oh, there you go.
That's bad. That's bad.
So
bad.
here's a graphic I have here.
Okay.
And I'll read the graphic. I cracked up with this last night. So this stat doesn't mean anything, but this is funny. The Eagles have more wins than them since Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
They are negative 514 run differential, which is 164 runs worse than any team ever played baseball. And that includes the 1900s that didn't even do these stats. One of the OPS number doesn't matter to me, but the one that cracked me up, and I saw a graphic of this that confirmed it. Since tornado season started, There have been more tornadoes that have touchdown in Denver than Rockies wins.
Oh.
7-6, by the way, if you're wondering. If you're wondering.
And the All-Star game is just
Yeah, the
couple weeks
All-Star
around.
break yet.
So here's the thing. How many Colorado Rocky members are
mandatory one? It's mandatory. Every team has to have at least one player. It's mandatory. It's mandatory.
so the mascot's playing?
The mascot might be better than them, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
The funny part is the Rockies haven't been able to sell it this year, but the Savannah Bananas had a game there and it's sold out in minutes. That's why I know that. So
what does that tell you?
That they suck. So
yeah.
Let's get into wrestling stuff. First of all, we
Okay.
with Joe Hendry at the AAA Triple Mania show, which I was like, that was fantastic that he broke out the Spanish version of his theme music. That was amazing. I had to share that.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to do a new segment here, starting today, and I call this social media notes, where I find some shit on TikTok, especially, or any social media platform that I'm on, that's wrestling related, and I bring it to the show. And I got 2 items today. Let's start us off.
There you go. Now it's the show.
But we have 2 items to play with here.
I'm just trying to, so I don't hit it.
But oh, hold on. Can you hear us stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So we have 2 items here. I'm going to go with Liv Morgan first. This is more of a personal one for me. Liv Morgan, for those who don't know, is from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, which is literally next door to my hometown. Like, when I mean literally next door to my hometown. Like I've walked to Elmwood Park in the past. That's how close it is. Like, I've walked there. She was asked about New Jersey pizza. And this clip Mandy sent to me immediately because, well,
As a fellow New Jerseyan, I want to know, what is the best spot to get pizza in Jersey?
Woo! You know what? There may be better spots, but my best spot was down the street from my first ever apartment. It was called Santoni's Pizza in Garfield, New Jersey. I could eat a whole pie by myself. I'm not even joking. The pizza was so delicious, so good. That's my pick. That's my pick from my experience.
Okay.
What about you?
All right, so my favorite, honestly, is a place, hole-in-one spot called Dino's,
Okay.
way down in South Jersey.
I thought you were going to say like Pizza Town.
Oh, no. Like I said, I'm real New Jersey
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We go local.
well, I'm going to put it in post.
Well, I
So the
I
pizza.
saw from her
Well,
little.
I'll explain it.
Okay.
So she was asked about her favorite pizza place in New Jersey, in Elmwood Park, and she actually named my pizzeria from Garfield, the one I regulared all the time. It was my place.
That's amazing.
and the name of the place is
Tony's. It's right on Lanza Avenue Lanza Avenue River Road in New Jersey. It literally was our family place. We went to all the time. We went to all the time. Fantastic pizza. That made my whole week. And he said that to me. I'm like, holy shit, that's my pizzeria. I know that place. We still go there to this day.
Santoni's, eh?
Yeah, I love that place. So
if you go there, tell them that Liv Morgan says you have the best pizza.
they probably have no clue who Liv Morgan is. They know who
That-
Gianna Diodoro is. They don't know who the clue who Liv Morgan is.
the one cashier there who actually knows who the fuck Liv Morgan is.
So, all right, let's see if the audio is actually working for this. This is actually something I found on TikTok.
Okay.
And it was I got a person who said, I'm sick of Miss Rachel and Bluey. So I need something else to watch with my children.
The fuck?
And welcome to the Firefly Funhouse.
What the hell?
Well, all I'm saying, I'm gonna say this right now. Just do not see the end of the first episode because the Fiend shows up, and I don't think the girls are gonna handle
That was
well.
amazing. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Actually, it was Sesame Street, not
I know, I
Bluey.
realized that after I pressed the button, but still.
Well, if
I
that
was
one
amused by
if that one worked, you could try the other one.
No, I think it's an audio issue. I'll fix it later.
Okay.
It's probably an audio issue later. There were some audio issues when I was editing the videos, and I might just forget to fix it. That's all. But now that I know it's working, then the rest of the video clips, the rest of the show work. Fine, that means. But I wanted to share that. I was amused by that. I wanted to share
That was amazing.
No.
Again, when the fiend shows up, either cover the eyes, cover the ears, or just leave the room or turn it off.
Exactly. So,
The fiend should not be shown to those little girls. Not yet.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's do this. News and notes.
Do I want to say one more thing?
Go for it.
That really touched my heart because I didn't think I was gonna hear the
It's been a long time since I've heard it.
That's been a minute,
time.
and that really that touched my heart. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's been a long time I've heard that music. It's been a long time.
It was amazing hearing that for this couple seconds. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it really shows how much he impacted everyone.
Yeah, that song was great.
Even with that one gimmick, which was just him pretty much being a TV show host, was absolutely amazing and memorable.
Was. And that song has always been
the song complete. One of the, I don't know, was it Vince who made that character?
That was out of Bray's eye.
Oh,
That was Bray's head. That was Bray's head.
Yeah.
So they obviously worked with him. That is documentary. It's in his documentary.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. Props to Vince for letting it go through.
Yeah. It's on the documentary.
One of the few things I'll give him props for, letting that go through, because oh my god, that's one of the favorite things he's done.
So, all right, moving on. Today is a very important day in wrestling history. Today's date, June 19th, the very, very important day in wrestling history. Today is this is actually off TNA's Instagram today. Today is the 23rd anniversary of TNA wrestling. Officially.
Oh, yeah.
The thing.
Oh, man, I was setting it up.
Oh, okay.
I was setting it up. So TNA put up a video today talking about the very, very first show that ever aired. And I'm going to play this and I'll explain it if it's hard to explain, but I'll explain this
The best you can.
And for people listening, enjoy Don West's voice again. It's been a long time since I've heard Don West's voice until today. So here we go.
There we go. You guys got me in the truck now? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWA TNA Live on pay-per-view. Check, check. Hello, hello. Thanks, Mark. Hey, Mike, it's Don. You got me? You got me? Yes, sir. Go ahead. They're switching around some of the segments back here, so it's a little crazy. Basically, what we're going to do is JB is going to do the countdown. I'm going to come out and introduce Ed, and we're moving up the Legends thing to give Ron and them guys some more time to fix the ring. Welcome to the world of live pay-per-view, my friend. You ain't kidding. We'll see you out there in a minute, man.
All set, Mike?
All good on my end. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to see you up on your feet. You're about to witness the very first ever NWA TNA pay-per-view. We're about to go live with this countdown. Here we go. We're live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Christian's asking me off air what was going on. So right before we were going on the air, they were doing a dark match. This is actually on the TNA documentary they put out talking about the TNA. And for those who don't remember, TNA used to do weekly Wednesday night pay-per-views. And this is the first one. And they had a pre-show match with a bunch of heavyweight wrestlers. And there was a move that broke the ring. Actually broke the ring. Like completely broke the ring. And they were supposed to open up the show with a match. And they had to scramble live right before going on there. That's what you were hearing. That was actually from Mike Tenay's headset. That was live right before they went on the air. And they had to scramble to put the ring back together within 6 minutes of going on the air. Move a segment up so they had something on the stage. They were doing a legend ceremony to honor the NWA. Before they could have the first match, just so they had more time. So you have Tenay on the headset saying, we're moving stuff around. We're moving stuff around. And that was Don West's first wrestling program of all time doing a live broadcast. So like all hell's breaking loose. Wow. And this is Don West's first show ever. So like
that's one memorial, not memorial,
Memorable way. There
The
you go.
memorable way to start a first pay-per-view while you were on.
Yeah, that was 2002,
The
and now
fucking ring breaks. And
right before we go live.
no, what makes it funnier? It breaks in a dark match.
Yes,
And
exactly.
And then you have to move a segment up, and you have pretty much 6 minutes to start it, and you got 1 second to finish it. And if you don't finish it, you're fucked.
And I have watched that first show on TNA Plus. It is available on TNA Plus. You can go on there right now and watch it. And you would never know. You would never know.
You never know that's broken.
No idea. You would never know anything happened before they went on the air.
Unless you saw the dark match.
Although, if you were in the building, you knew. And you watched the documentary years later, you know. But in the moment, you would have had no clue. Watching it at home.
Is the dark match on like?
No, it's not. They didn't film it. It was literally for the crowd. It was literally for the crowd, just to warm up the crowd. That's what it was for. And the funny part about that whole thing is like, and I watched the show, and I watched the documentary. If you watch the show live, you can see one of their workers running backstage as they're going live because they just finished hitting the ring as they went live. You can see somebody running away as they're going live.
Wondering who the fuck that guy was.
So that was pretty cool.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome to this great TNA history.
Yeah, so there you go.
This is TNA history 101. Welcome to the class.
Yes, exactly. So today is the anniversary of TNA wrestling officially. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't start watching it for a couple of years.
TNA history's fascinating. TNA history's fascinating.
Yeah, Dad.
So, since this is like TNA history 101, would this be a teachable moment?
No, wrong company. Wrong company.
Okay.
So Christian's distracted. He found something.
Sorry.
The problem is I have stuff holding up screens here and he got distracted.
I'm still trying to. Are these knobs?
They were for crafting. There was a crafting thing down here. Remember? Anyway, hi people watching live. If you want to comment, please make comments. I'll pop up on the screen.
Oh, I'm about to do something real quick. I have a teacup.
What's going to be what? We have a couple of WWE things to talk about. I think before we get to having Dad geek out, let's go to the bad news first. Liv Morgan suffered a severe shoulder dislocation in her match on Monday, and could be out up to 6 months.
And what makes this worse, it was a normal move.
Yeah, it wasn't anything
Everyone did everything right. It was just bad landing.
Yeah, so she's gonna be out up to 6 months.
Yeah.
Missed Evolution, missed SummerSlam. That scratches the entire Bella, the Morgan match they were planning.
Right.
By the way, also, I heard Raquel might be hurt too. So who knows what's gonna happen with the tag team championships?
I was about to say, if Liv's out, I was gonna say just give it to Roxanne or something.
Yeah, thank you. That was my idea.
But now Raquel's hurt, might be hurt. What the hell are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
I heard that Liv is having surgery for this. That's how bad.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that at all. I just heard it was bad. I haven't heard that yet.
Hopefully that's not it.
I haven't heard that news yet. If it comes up, that news comes up, I'll definitely talk about it on the show next week. But I haven't heard that yet. But the one thing I will say that actually was what you said about Roxanne exactly was my theory. Is you are so distracted right now.
Just give me a minute.
Anyway,
Figure this out.
funny part is this was here on Sunday. He didn't notice it. But anyway,
I did it. I made ice cream.
Can we just get back to the show, please?
I'm sorry.
Can we get back to the show? Why are you distracting me? Why are you distracting me?
Anyways,
my whole thing was that you keep the title belt in Judgment Day, and you have Roxanne align and say, "I can fight for Liv," and then you keep the belts on them. You're still at the Bellas match, and you keep the belts on Roxanne and Raquel until Liv comes back.
And then Liv looked like she got replaced.
Exactly.
And then that leads into Liv versus Roxanne or something.
And something like that. So yeah.
and does that also means that Roxanne moves in on Dirty Death?
That's another theory people are saying. That's another thing people are saying. By the way, people gotta stop being so fucking creepy. She's a fucking 20-year-old. Stop being so fucking creepy.
Wait, what happened?
People are being creepy about Roxanne online.
Oh my
She's
God.
fucking in her 20s. Chill out.
She's
Chill
only
out.
20? God damn.
She started in Ring of Honor. She was 16. So she started in NXT when she was 19. Maybe she's like 22 now at the most. Like, she's not that old. People, chill out.
And she's having fun.
So,
Don't say it to the wrong people.
well, I guess I gotta press this button for Dad.
Don't waste no more time.
God damn it.
Also, that's the start of that. Dad, your thoughts on Goldberg's return on Monday?
It was forthcoming. It's been reported about this, and with this particular match, from what I understand, this is coming from Goldberg himself. This is his retirement match that he figured he never got, and now he has it against Gunther.
I have a question for you. This
Go
is a serious
ahead.
question. Why didn't he just say that then? Why didn't he say that? Or why did this automatically get a title match? Automatically a title match. When Gunther could have said, you don't deserve my title, but if you put your career on the line, then you could have a title match. Why did they not do that?
I have no idea why
can
they don't
explain it.
want to tip their hand on this just yet. I'm not sure how this is gonna go down. All I know is that Goldberg's son Gage is gonna be there up front.
Christian wants to say something.
Go ahead.
So, I know how he got the title match. He didn't win Money in the Bank. He didn't win Royal Rumble, but he's Goldberg, so he automatically gets a title match no matter what it is.
So
If it's for the 24/7, the United States IC,
probably it never is. It's just for the world titles. That's
I know.
the problem.
I know. Goldberg just walks into the building. Okay, I want that, and then he gets the automatic title shot no matter what it is.
So by the way, I know what we're getting Papa for Dad here for his birthday. Brand new Goldberg Last Ride t-shirts.
Yeah,
Which one?
Probably the one he was probably wearing. And then, by the way, Gunther does not do a whole lot on social media, but this made me laugh so fucking hard. Here you go. Gunther said, "I'm next. Guess I can spare 3 minutes."
That's diabolical.
Oh,
Diabolical.
okay.
I was like,
I
damn.
will
Okay.
be the first one to admit, okay, that it's not going to be a pretty match. It's not going to be a long match.
Really?
No.
And I'm not sure, but I'm guessing maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll be it.
That's being nice. That's
And,
being
okay,
nice.
two things about Goldberg. Number one, I remember that
He's old.
three things then. One, he's old. Two, there was a time where we were talking about him, and you compared the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak to his win streak in WCW.
Yes, he did say that.
Yeah.
And those are two different things, because Taker it was a one big match for literally the biggest show for WWE. And for Goldberg, it was a match every single week.
Yes,
So you cannot compare that.
True. He's not wrong.
And then number three, you said Goldberg should retire with the title.
Uh-oh.
With the title.
Uh-oh.
No.
Me?
No, he shouldn't. No, the fuck he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. He does not deserve this fucking shit. He's been given too many shit. Just fucking powerbomb him 25 times, retires old ass. Fuck that.
Comment?
Good day.
Here's the thing that I think is gonna get played out.
This
Realistically, thank you. Yeah, realistically, I don't think that he will get the title. I think what's going to happen at the end of the match, there may be mutual respect, but I don't think there'll be a title change realistically,
I
because
will say, if Gunther's going to give respect to Pat McAfee, he should give Goldberg special respect for being an old man and actually lasting 5 minutes.
Welcome to the
That's
stream.
impressive anyway. It's impressive for any old man. That's like 5 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie.
In and out the
gonna
ring.
take-
In and out the ring. In and out the ring.
It's gonna take.
Totally don't solve that joke.
I gotta be careful laughing because this chair hates me.
Oh my
Oh my god, someone left because what happened.
People are coming in and out. I'm not worried about that. People are coming
No,
in and out.
I'm sorry. It was just perfect. No, if you come back, great. I'm sorry. It was just perfect timing. As soon as the joke was done, it just dropped for 3 of the 2 people.
By the way, I'd like to know, for those who don't know, behind the scenes, I'm the one who makes our clips for the show, and I write down notes. I already have like half a page of notes for today's
my
show.
God.
We're only a half hour in, and we're not even there. We're not even done with the show yet. So I make a note of that.
You know, would I like to see Goldberg have the title as his final retirement match? As a fan, yes. Realistically, it's not going to happen. And he even admits that for him to get back into ring shape, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but he's going to try.
The man limped to the ring to have the challenge. He limped to the ring. And he was sweating from cutting a promo. TJ, you didn't see this. He was dripping in sweat from cutting a promo.
No, I watched it on so after it went on YouTube, I was streaming and I played it. And my first thing I said was, why the fuck is he sweating so much for just cutting a fucking 2-minute promo?
I got a text from my friend Josh, like, he's literally sweating. He's just standing there talking. He's standing there.
Also, the cameras, and you didn't see it because they didn't show it. When he when he was getting out of the ring, there was a little bit of difficulty for him getting out of the ring also because of his. Well, you know, what do you say? Arthritis?
Arthritis? By the way, this is turning into who doesn't watch Practical Jokers? Who doesn't watch Practical Jokers? And they have to hold sound down when he laughs so he doesn't fall down. I have to hold Christian's chair when he laughs down so he doesn't fall backwards again. What's going on in here right now?
Arthritis, yeah.
I said it wrong. Arthritis. It's arthritis.
Arthritis.
I know it's arthritis. I'm making a pun on it. Arthritis.
Oh my God.
Do you think that was a pun?
No, it was me speaking and we caught it. He thought he'd get away with it.
No.
Yeah, arthritis. He'll be the referee in that marriage. Yeah, arthritis.
The marriage?
I don't know what's
No,
happening.
a referee in that
marriage.
match. No, match.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I just realized the extra clip is set up, so I gotta put it up here real fast. But yeah. What? I don't have the words anymore. I think we're good here.
Arthritis. There you go. That's actually who Goldberg's gonna lose to. It's not Gunther. It's arthritis.
Oh, arthritis. That's who he's losing to.
Yep. Be retired by Arthur.
All right. Well, the clip I wanted to play next actually apparently didn't save right, so I can't even play it. So we're just gonna. A video file didn't save in the Dropbox. That's all it is. Like, and I can't get it back right now.
Okay.
I'm not worrying about it. No big deal. It was for those wondering. It was a video of I'll probably put it in post. It was a video of Mr. Iguana and Joe Hendry. That was getting my segue out of here. The conversation. But anyway, AAA.
Goldberg.
Can you move on, please? Please move on. I'm trying to move on.
No.
What?
Go.
AAA had a show this weekend that nobody in this country can watch. Which is why the clip I found of Joe Hendry's entrance music was in Spanish because there's no way of finding the show in English.
It was on the following day on YouTube. I watched it.
Well, good for them. But I didn't watch it yet. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Cookie?
Well, we had a title change that involves WWE wrestlers. Now apparently in Japan called written down here, it is the Ghost Legacy. Part of the Grotto del Fantasma on SmackDown. Berto and Garza are now the AAA World Tag Team Champions.
Does Berto still have that stupid fucking tattoo?
I have no idea. I can't tell. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he had it in the match. The claw marks.
But this is people are having a hard time with this. Like, oh, great. And WWE works with TNA and they put the title on Trick. They work with AAA, put the tag team titles on Berto and Garza. Shut up! Just shut up, people. Like, you guys are dumbasses. You guys are absolute fucking dumbasses because you don't understand how this works. Like, you don't get it. Because nobody had a problem with Kenny Omega won all those belts when he was in AEW, but apparently WWE does it, then it's a big fucking problem.
And also, I know this is probably the same thing, but they're already doing it anyways. I know people probably got a problem with her, but Mercedes has a lot of titles. And
I know, we'll get to Mercedes in a couple minutes.
No,
we'll get to
and some people don't give a fuck.
I know, we'll get to Mercedes in a minute. But it's one of those things like, chill the fuck out, people. Or as Green Day would say,
fuck off! Fuck off! Just F-U-C-K-O-F-F, fuck off.
Anyway, you were saying something bad.
At least though the belts are on a tag team that are from Mexico. They have-
There you go. Just cut next part. Cut it.
I'm trying to find something here. That's all. I'm trying to find our next photo. But no, that's it's one of those situations where Christian, your nose is right on the screen. He's so fucking distracted right now. I have to put a tarp over this so that next week he's not overly distracted.
I'm just overly distracted right now. Next week I'll probably be fine.
Do you want one of your fidget spinners or something there, buddy?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of crafting stuff here and he's distracted. That's what's happening down here right now. Jeez. But anyway, what are we talking about?
The Ghost Legacy.
Oh, Berto and that's what we're talking about. Like, what the hell are we talking about?
No, that's not the Humberto the dumbass.
Oh, he actually lost in a steel cage match. By the way, since you watched this and I didn't watch this, we turn this picture off. Did fucking JBL get involved in the main event?
JBL, from what I can make of this, is like
I'm asking him because he can answer my question.
He's kind of like the head of, if you want to call it the faction.
What faction?
That's what he
What
comes like,
faction?
the head of the faction is. He's got
the faction is
3 wrestlers, I guess. Yeah, he's got 3 wrestlers in his stable over there, I guess.
Well, that's stupid.
And that's
and their names in this order go JBL.
No, they're like Jay, Bob, and Louie, and they spell out JBL at acronym.
Oh no. It's Jay, Bob, and Layfield.
I know, but I was going with actual people.
My brother Daryl. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl.
Just the mic in my hand.
But
yeah.
So
I watched that match.
What the hell was that about?
I don't think he really.
I watched that steel cage match, and
he said he was there. He said he was there.
I was gonna say because all was had a faction. That was it.
By the way, during all that, I did find this.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So I'll have to fix the audio when I put it in post.
The good thing about that thing is you get 2 wrestling stars that are very charismatic and have a fan feeling.
WWE banner, which made it even funnier.
Yeah, the teenage Joe Hendry, Triple A, Mr. Iguana.
And the WWE it was representing with the show. So there you go.
Oh no, who would be the perfect trio? The third person for that trio.
We're Santino and our truth.
Jey Uso.
Ron Killings.
Oh my God, the iguana eating. Please, someone make that happen.
So, all right. Let's move on. We had New Japan Dominion this past weekend. I'm trying to get all my stuff organized here, and everything is completely out of whack here, like it's not supposed to be. So while I figure this out, on Sunday show we talked about the G1 announcement, and I want Dad's opinion on the bracket while I figure this out. Here's the blocks for the G1. Dad, your opinion on the blocks? Dad, your opinion on the blocks?
Okay, now it wasn't up before. Now it is.
That's something you
Black A seems okay. Black B, I think the only 2 strong points on Black B are Zack Sabre Jr. and Shingo Takagi. Other than that, it's like,
So I thought I had a graphic for this, and I don't. So let me actually get it up on my screen here. They announced the play-in matches, which is for the other spots in the block. With empty spots in the block there, you see?
Right.
So they did announce the play-in matches. I thought I had a graphic ready, and I did not. I do have the graphic in front of me. I just forgot to put it in here. The matchups are Takagi versus Kyle Newman. And Ishii versus Joe Maloney. And the other side, and that's A block matches. It's Kyle Newman, not Kyle Newman, Kyle Canham, and Taiki, and Oiwa and Barry, and it was Yoshihashi and Chase Owens, and Ishii and Joel Maloney. There you go. There's your other people that are involved in that.
Okay.
Those matches will have those full official lineups for the 4th of July show. Hopefully, that's when those shows. The matches will be happening. We'll have a full G1 lineup for that. So I just wanted to make sure we bring that up here. So while Christian had a run off of that, I'll be back in a minute. So everyone knows my hatred for Evil in New Japan. Everyone knows my hatred for him.
No.
And the House of Torture.
Right.
Well, when last we left you, House of Torture left the Bullet Club officially because they got beat by Gabe Kidd and the War Dogs.
Right.
Well, here's the problem. They're such a hated team in Japan that they didn't leave it alone. And they added more people to the faction.
Oh boy.
So a Dominion, Don Fale, you better know him better as Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah.
Chase Owens and Doki, who returned from an injury, who got hurt at Wrestle Kingdom, are now part of the House of Torture.
Why?
I don't know why. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm not saying I agree with it.
I mean, I guess New Japan doesn't want it to die, so they're pumping it up again. I don't know why. It's a feeble attempt, but we'll see where it goes.
I can tell you where it goes. You want me to tell you where it goes?
In the trash? In the shitter?
Oh, no. I can tell you exactly where it goes because it happened later in the broadcast.
Okay.
Sho and Doki, members of the House of Torture, won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships from Yo and Master Wato.
Okay.
And the entire faction destroyed David Finlay in a chain match later in the show.
Okay.
So, yeah, the House of Torture is fucking insane. And I don't know where Christian is on my screen here. Why I can't put him back on my screen where he's supposed to.
Scroll down.
There he is.
Oh,
there he is.
There he is. He ended up in the wrong spot.
So I guess President Tanahashi is
I don't know what's fucking going on here.
What I miss?
The House of Torture added new members, and they won the tag team IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Yummy.
So are they going to run roughshod on everyone then, I take it?
Oh, gosh, fucking damn it. We did have other tag team. We had other title changes. And in a matchup that made no sense to me. And we talked about this on Sunday's show. Or last Thursday's show. I don't know what I think we talked about last Thursday's show that was lost. Tomohiro Ishii, the strong heavyweight champion, or openweight champion, or whatever the fuck he is, and Taichi are now the tag team champions for some reason. And they beat United Empire, Great O'Connor, and Kyle Newman, and I don't know why.
And
I don't know why. So that happened. And then that was the only title change.
I'm still scratching my head.
That's the only title change we had on this show.
Okay.
Bull and Oleg beat Kinosuke Tetsuya to win the Openweight Championship.
what?
What? That happened.
So
It was only a match, but it's just the fact of the matter that it happened.
So that means there's one belt less than the Don Callis family?
Well, he lost his he only had one belt. They only had one belt, and that was the belt. They only had one belt.
They beltless.
And then Tetsuya will be in the G1 at least. So at least he won't be doing nothing. He'll be in the G1. And then okay. And then as you saw in the graphic when they opened the show, Gabe Kidd beat Yota Tsuji to become the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Or the champion.
Is that like the TV title?
It's their Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
It's their second tier, literally next level down from the main title.
Okay, so the mid card.
Yeah, it replaced the IC title in Japan. It replaced the IC title.
So it wasn't the IC title copyrighted?
No, in Japan it's not. It was just they combined it with the there was the whole thing that happened on Pandemic where they combined titles and then they realized they needed a mid card title, so they brought it back and then they rebranded and then David Finlay back as the master with a hammer and they brought it back as a little heavyweight championship. Um,
I didn't understand a single thing, but I'm gonna go with it.
that happened.
Yeah.
No, that actually happened.
Oh no, I know he still broke it. Yeah.
So that happened.
Because the only reason I remember that
It was Ospreay and Mox were involved in it. I know.
no, because Ospreay's entrance came out with the broken title
Yeah, that was
as
because
like
it
the
was
whole
smashed,
Assassin's Creed
because
thing.
it was smashed by a mallet from David Finlay.
I thought he broke it with Shillelagh.
I don't remember anymore.
Shillelagh.
I thought it was a giant mallet. I don't thought it was a giant mallet, but I did forget to put one thing on my. I did forget that. So we'll jump over to AW Grand Slam real fast. We're not going to spend a lot of time here. I enjoyed Grand Slam, by the way. I really enjoyed the show for a show that didn't mean a damn thing and for anyone in this country. But I enjoyed the show for what it was.
I just caught what you said.
I love the fact that it was in Mexico for the first time ever. And I thought it was cool. I love this old school set. I didn't realize that the barricades were bolted down to the ground, so that had to hurt when they were throwing into those.
Oh, those are bolted into the.
They're bolted down. They explained that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the ground. Because they only use that arena for wrestling.
And
for wrestling.
and the mat, the ring itself is harder. There's not a lot of give to it.
A lot harder than they're used to.
Yeah.
But so that's that. But I want to give a little shout out to Brody King, who was in the 14-man tag that opened the show.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, like, I just want before we talk about that, I just want to say, yeah, you're going to a show. It's a great thing. You don't know the match card. 14-man tag to open it. What the fuck?
There were so many people in this match that they couldn't all stand on the apron. But because they were doing it in lucha rules, it didn't matter because there was no tags anyway.
Oh, is it like when someone rolls out, they come back and they come in?
Yeah, exactly. It was that kind of match, so it didn't matter. But it was just hilarious because there wasn't enough room on the ring apron for everybody. There wasn't enough room. And I was talking to my friend Josh about this during the show. I'm like, I've seen this kind of match one other time, and it was at TNA, ironically. And they did a 14-person intergender champions versus challengers match like a year and a half ago. And it was all the men's and women's champions tagging together against their top rival.
That actually sounds cool.
It was a clusterfuck. And Mustafa Ali was on the champions side, and the champions lost. And that was technically Mustafa Ali's first loss. But he didn't get pinned, so he refused to count it as a loss for himself. He refused to count it.
That's the same thing for me. If you're in a multi-man match and you don't get pinned, that should not count.
Well, he walked away from the match anyway. He left the match anyway. But by the way, that's why Hologram is still undefeated, because he was never pinned in a one-on-one match. He's been in, or like a singles match. He's been pinned. He's lost tag matches, but never been pinned in a singles match. So
yep, like I said, if it's a tag or any multi-man, if you're not the one pinned in that ring, that does not count as a loss in your career.
Okay. Well, then I want to shout out to Brody King, and this is the only political stance I will take about anything. Because I just really want to be proud of Brody King for this. By the way, CM Punk was at the was at a No Kings rally this weekend, so good on him. But Brody King, he went to Mexico and wore an Abolish ICE T-shirt to the ring for the 14-man tag match. So
did he get a pop?
He did. So I think this is on here. I'm trying to think. I had Mystico's entrance on here, but I think when I was uploading things, they didn't upload properly. Let's see if I can find it real fast. But yeah, I don't have it on here. I have to upload it. We'll be uploaded real fast. But the Mystico, he had this hometown hero entrance, and it was fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It might have been one of the best entrances I've seen in a while. The fact, by the way, apparently they TK had to pay for that song.
What song?
I don't know the name of the song. I'm trying to get the clip so I can play it. Yeah. But it was a song in Spanish. Yeah, apparently the crowd knew. The crowd knew it, and they knew it in unison. And I want to say the last time I heard a crowd sing that much in unison for a Spanish entrance was Bad Bunny. That might be the last time I've seen that. But I'm trying to find it. I'm just trying to find it here because there's a lot going on my phone here, and I was going through a lot of clips this morning. I just forgot to upload it, but I'm working on it right now. But we had a match with Mystico versus MJF.
Yep.
Please. Oh God.
What?
Who won?
Technically or actually? What answer are you looking for?
Technically and then actually.
Technically, Mystico won because MJF hit him in the nuts, kicked him in the nuts in front of the referee.
Okay.
And the referee.
And then Ed, did I say something?
Yeah. The ref did the disqualification right off the get go.
Yeah. Well, it was like the third time him in the nuts too. It doesn't happen to be in front of the referee that time.
Jesus Christ, no more little Mysticos.
Well, he's old. But there was a trend here today. You know, there's like a trend people today.
And then what's the actual?
Well, no, officially MJF hit him in the nuts, and so Mystico won by disqualification.
Okay.
But MJF took off Mystico's mask.
Oh my God.
And so after the show, a fan actually went after MJF at his hotel.
Oh shit.
And he had to get stopped by security. My friend Josh actually said to me, "There's gonna be a fucking riot if they're not careful with this right now."
He was.
Because Mystico is a hero in fucking Mexico, and he took his mask off. That's a fucking riot waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the times.
Especially in the times, but it's a hero. The hero in Mexico. It was a big deal.
The thing. Go ahead.
I get it.
No,
you want heel hate. You want to. I swear to God, every time a luchador is in a rivalry, at least once the mask taken off.
Oh, it's easy heat.
It's easy heat. But the problem is, what I'm about to say is about a little bit touchy, not touchy, but like, for me, there's a time and a place, and right now is not the time nor the place for that to happen.
But in Mexico. In Mexico. What the fuck are you doing?
And there's your example. A fucking fan went after him. All I'm saying is, if there's no security, what would have happened? What would have happened?
If it was the old days.
If it was the old days, no security. What was going to happen to MJF because of that?
You're not wrong.
Because of Tony Khan. Because, no offense.
He booked it.
Tony Khan booked it. And if then there's no security, MJF would have been bye-bye because of Tony Khan.
But they're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Which is the sad part, because you got to learn when to fucking do this, Tony Khan. I get it. You want this to go well. But you can't do this, especially with the times right now, because MJF could have got fucking killed if there's no security. And the sad part is, I'm speaking straight facts.
Here's the thing that I don't know if Tony was made aware of it, but the fans in Mexico...
He had to book that. He had to book it. Let me be honest here.
The fans in Mexico take masked luchadors very seriously. I mean, that's why they have these serious matches. Is when it's a mask versus career or mask versus mask.
As a matter of fact, Excalibur made a point
or
during
mask
the match.
Versus title.
Well, Excalibur made a point during the match to say that if a mask isn't taken off during a match, it's an automatic disqualification.
Is that true?
In Mexico, in CMLL,
Even an accident.
If a mask comes off during a match, you're automatically in the match, and disqualification is the win for the person who lost the match.
Doesn't matter if it's on purpose or
an
accident.
Matter. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
That is the rule. Excalibur explained it during the match. So
shit.
That's how serious they take this.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like that. I like that actually.
So by the way, I got the video to work. This is Mystico's entrance. Again, I don't know what song this is, so don't flag me for fucking copyright because I don't even know what song it is. But with hopefully the audio works. And here we go.
Holy smokes, listen to this.
So, by the way,
Wow.
that cuts off. They actually turned the music off, and the crowd kept singing. The
Wow.
crowd kept singing for another full minute after the clip ended. By the way, that was absolutely incredible.
That was a that was a hero returning.
That was
goddamn.
special. That was so
amazing.
special.
And he was orchestrating the crowd at a point.
That was
Oh my
I've never
God.
seen Mystico with his home like that. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible to watch. That's why I made sure I found the video for it, because it's absolutely incredible to watch that. So,
And here's the thing: I don't know if most people realize who Mystico actually
I was just telling
is.
Christian that off while the video was playing. I was just telling Christian that when the video was playing.
How?
Yeah,
So that's Sin Cara, correct?
That is Sin Cara.
Was that the
it is
original
Sin Cara.
movie? What happened?
That I don't know. They messed him up. They messed something happened in
Some-
WWE because if that is the Mystico that they saw before getting WWE, I understand why they signed him. Like I understand it because
But-
that was magical.
And then-
that was
Yes.
magical.
Okay, I know it probably wasn't his fault, but how was he botching so bad?
I don't know. It was
Because-
bad.
What happened?
Because the reason is they thought because of how he wrestles in Mexico, he wrestles lucha style, that he was way too fast for a lot of the people that he was going to go against. So they had him slow things down.
And that's why he
For him is not normal, which is very awkward for him, and that's why he would botch things because it felt different and that didn't
And
feel
then because one of the big ones that I think of is when he went for a Spanish fly on the top rope and he fell out the ring. He fell out the ring.
I remember that.
And now, for me now having, because I always made fun of that, but now knowing how there's context and now I actually know the reason.
Fuck right.
Like fuck. I'm sorry, because like also the thing is, you stopping him from using his, I'm just gonna say it, normal fighting style, because you can't.
Correct.
That's the equivalent of saying someone who does taekwondo and is in like a taekwondo thing, you can't use your main fighting style.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like that's
I
literally
agree with that. That's a great comparison.
that's
a great
literally
comparison.
like taking away what you do.
That's a great comparison, actually.
You cannot like that's physically you cannot take away that because he's gonna do it regardless. It's like what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm not sure. I'd help you, but I'm not sure.
No, it's like
So-
it's like you do it regardless, no matter what you if you try to stop.
Oh, I know what you're saying, and I can't think of the word either. But I know what you're saying. Though.
Habit.
Habit.
It's a habit for him. He has to go fat. It's lucha libre, and that's what he's done. And you try to take it away from him. You take away his pretty much who he is, and
Yeah,
then
I
you
agree.
can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know the context. Oh my god.
Take another case in point, Lucha House Party. Those guys,
Perfect
same
example.
thing.
Perfect
Wait,
example.
would Rey Mysterio be the same thing as well?
No, because he has all those different. He knows everything.
He
Like,
knows everything.
He grew up in lucha, but he also was in WCW and ECW and everything. Like he has all the.
Right.
He could. He could.
Like if you watch him in Lucha Underground, it's a different person than watching him now in WWE. Even you
Right.
watch All In main event, it is different than WWE's Rey Mysterio.
Right.
There are different Mysterios.
Is that why his name was Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Oh, Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio-
it was Junior when he was in WCW and I think ECW.
Oh, and he was in Lucha
Wait.
Underground. He was also.
Yeah, I was
Junior.
about to say in Underground.
Right.
Was it, why was it Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Rey Mysterio Jr. His uncle is the original Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
So he was Rey Mysterio Jr. after his uncle, but they didn't want to have to explain that on WWE TV, so it's called Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Right.
Which
There-
makes sense. Which does make
That-
sense.
that makes
does
sense.
make sense. So I
But
understand.
now let's fast forward under Triple H, and you've got Penta, and you've got Rey Phoenix, and look what they can do.
You're right. All right, let's finish up the AEW fast. The AEW fast because we're almost actually done with our notes here. I have to press this button. I don't want to, but I have to. Mercedes Moné is the CMLL Women's Champion, and here's my problem. I hate this gimmick to begin with, and we talked about this many times. We've vented about this many times. I'm not even gonna set you guys off. We've been talking about this for weeks. But the one thing I have a problem with is if you watch this show, every match is about 15 to 17 to 18 minutes. Even the 14-man tag. Every single match was that long. This match is under 10.
You fucking kidding
And
me?
it wasn't even that good. And I don't understand why the internet has a hard on for fucking Mercedes Moné. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. Is it a rib? I feel like it's an international rib at this point on her. Because now she's forced to carry all these damn belts. It is her 6th title belt now she has to carry around.
I thought it was her 7th.
No, she said she's 6th belt Moné right now. Currently 6th belt Moné. Because she lost New Japan belt. So she's currently 6th belt Moné.
Now I love that better.
But so So I know we vent about her all the time, but it's like,
Why?
I'm over
How
it.
many more do you fucking need? You currently have more than Kenny Omega's ever had at once.
I know, I agree.
Kenny Omega
and
only
people-
had 4. I think that's also a reason. That's also a reason why.
It bugs me more.
No, that's also a reason why I think the Kenny thing was more better because it was only 4,
And it was world title.
and they were the main. And he was because he was the belt collector. He took the world title from multiple companies. But the problem with Mercedes, he's just taking everything.
But
So,
the difference between Kenny Omega and Mercedes Moné
Go.
is Kenny Omega wrestled his ass off and basically took his spoils by taking these belts because he's a better wrestler. Mercedes Moné, he's not on the same level as Kenny Omega. Period.
That's actually the most truthful statement you've said about her. That you can't lie. That's
No,
actually
no, no. I just wanted to see what he was going to say.
That's
So-
the most truthful statement you have said and the most calm statement you've
So,
said.
so I'm going to explain what happened after this match. So after this match, she's having trouble holding the belt up for a photo.
Yep.
To the point where the referee had to hold one for her. It was so bad. So she's in the ring. Although you got to move her a little bit because we can't see you in the ring. But
there we go.
we get in the ring, and all of a sudden we're interrupted by a video, and we couldn't really see the video that well because of the production and the video. But here's the video that interrupted her celebration.
She landed in Mexico with money on her mind and someone else on her lips. She was the kind of woman your mother takes home to you, with thighs that would give the Chihuahuan desert a wet dream. One thing she did know was how to hold the gold, and not the Acapulco kind either. She had a date with the chief executive officer, who wanted dinner, a kiss, and maybe one belt too many. Well, deep throat the Tabasco, baby. It's time to turn up the heat. There was one chance in a million she would bump into her past, but like everything out of the past, it was all behind her now.
So that video plays.
Are you sure that's Carmen Sandiego?
Well, let me explain what happened. I'll explain what happened. So
Okay.
they have the video play, and they cut to the stage, and you're thinking Tony's going to be on the stage. And it was Mina Shirakawa standing on the stage.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Distracting Mercedes. By the way, that's all Mina did was stand there and got paid to do that. I thought that was amazing. So Tony then jumps her in a full red trench coat and hat looking like fucking Carmen Sandiego. And in one of the highlights of the entire show, she goes to suplex Mercedes.
Oh no.
And all the title belts fly in the air.
Please, do you have a video?
I don't have the video. I have to find the video. It was amazing.
I need to send me this,
It,
please.
it,
all the
it
titles
was like
flew in the air.
52 card pickup. Boom.
Oh my god, it was such a funny
if
moment.
you find that, please send me that. I
It was
need to
such
see
a funny
that.
moment. So that's that into that segment. So that's all in. That's one of our all in main events, and we'll discuss that when we get closer to all in, which is not that far away, by the way. We're not that far away from all in. So, by the way, quick announcement for all in. We'll be doing a special show we're doing 2 shows that day because of all the pay-per-views and PLEs that weekend. And one of those shows will be an all-in preview show with the one and only John Parker.
Hey,
That made official.
Hey.
I just want to make sure I made that announcement here. So John Parker will be here for the all-in preview show in July. So let's move on. I got 2 things here. Well, first let's do the question of the week. I'm just going to put up last week's question that nobody really saw, and we're just going to put it up again and give everyone an extra week to answer. So last week's question of the week question was
favorite trait to look for in other people.
So there you go. Please answer that, and we'll talk about it on next week's show. So on Sunday's show, we broke out something. Christian and me broke out something, and I'm going to keep it on our feed from now on, and ask our future guests from now on. We have guests scheduled actually already. So, but since me and Christian answered this question already, we're going to ask Mark, and this is the 7 wrestlers theory. Right, Christian? You know, we did this on Sunday.
Yep, I remember that.
And these are the questions that you can answer.
Okay.
Number 1, you going to read a question?
No, you read them.
Okay.
I need the stretch real quick.
Number 1, the wrestler that this is the 7 wrestlers theory. The one that made you fall in love with wrestling, your newest favorite wrestler, the one that always makes you smile, your comfort wrestler, the
one you missed the most, the one you protected, the one you would protect with your whole life, the one you're rooting for the most.
So, Dad, why don't you answer these questions? Go for it.
For number one,
Bring
the
anyone.
one that made me fall in love with wrestling was the one and only South of Milwaukee's favorite son, Doc Crusher. And a guy that I met in real life when I was working at Kmart and introduced me to his family. Very, very wonderful person, very magnanimous, very down to earth and family oriented, and was great with the fans, and just made you fall in love with wrestling because of how he was portrayed and how he had that much enthusiasm for the sport that he loved competing in. Newest favorite wrestler, I'm gonna have to go with Speedball Mike Bailey. I like his tenacity, and I like the character, and I like how hungry he is. So I'm hoping that there'll be better things for him down the road.
How hungry he is.
How hungry.
Good.
The one that makes me smile.
Be careful, old man.
God damn it.
Oh, he's thinking.
If can it? As far as female goes,
anybody that makes you smile. This is good.
Anybody that makes me smile.
Wow, the fact he went to immediate female for the one that makes you smile is really just out there. That's just crazy.
I think the one that makes me smile right now.
Mercedes Moné.
No, it's not that. It's an actual answer. I want to get out
of here. Those are fighting words.
For real. Answer.
I would have to go with probably AJ Styles.
Good answer. That's a good answer. I like that one.
I like his promos. I like the way he kind of comes out, and he's this resurgence he's got. I just like that. Comfort wrestler.
I'm curious about this one. Don't do it. Please,
Wait, can I have a question for you?
I'm gonna put
Hey, Papa.
What?
Is it Mercedes Moné?
No. Hell no.
There you go. You got something.
Comfort wrestler. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold.
Fair enough.
I mean, you both have neck problems.
The one that I missed the
most. You mean that one right there? You mean that one right there?
Yeah, there you go. The one I missed the most is Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, Dusty. Okay.
That's
a good answer.
The one I would protect my whole life.
This is a hard one. It's actually a really difficult question. We had the problem with this one on Sunday too.
I'm gonna go with DDP.
Ooh, okay. That's a good answer. Okay. I like that one. Okay.
And the one I'm rooting for the most, I'm gonna have to go with right now Jacob Fatu.
Okay, and that's actually not terrible because we met him at an LW show a few years back. So like,
I'm rooting.
He was
heavier when we met him.
I'm not trying to. Like,
he hadn't lose. He's definitely in better shape now than he was when we met him.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is, still he was big, but oh my god, he was flying.
And we saw him in 5 matches that night.
Like, and Jacob Fatu. I want the storyline to play out for him so bad that he comes out on top. I really do.
No. Yeah, that night we saw a full TV taping, and I was so sick of the Contra theme by the end of that fucking night. I was so sick of that.
What theme?
The theme for the back
Contra.
I was so fucking sick of that theme by the end of that night.
Was it just annoying as fuck?
After you hear it 15 times because there were so many faction members, it was so annoying. So, all right, let's get out of here. Before we do that, I got pulled music because because of our issues we had earlier, I didn't have my normal screen up. I can normally do. Here, 2 seconds here. Get the music back up here. And we're going to close the show. There we go.
Something's got a hold of me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore.
With the newest Home Free cover of Lose Control. So we're gonna close with this. So let's see here. Christian, you go.
Okay, follow me on YouTube at the Villain Zane 627, the Villain Zane Riley. I lost a subscriber. No, I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
whatever. We do all the time.
It's whatever. I'm still having fun recording. If you want to watch it, I do not recommend you watch the full thing. One full thing. I recorded a 6.5, and I actually looked at it. 6 hours and 36 minutes worth of a stream on a single game.
That's longer than East Coast Cast.
I know.
You don't even get that joke. You don't even get that joke.
No, I don't. And that is 1 hour longer than my longest stream at the time, which is Red Dead Redemption.
By the way, you can understand that joke. East Coast Cast, which is Rich Fan and Watch Travis Bryant used to do a show, and then one day they dropped a 5.5-hour show. That's here to happen.
Oh my god!
And Rich was falling asleep by the end of it. Legitimately fall asleep during it.
But no, follow me on YouTube. I am gonna be streaming later. Gonna have some fun, and hopefully I don't crash the fuck out at random people doing random bullshit that pisses me off. Have a good day, everyone.
There you go.
Wow. Like the show and comment on YouTube and Spotify. Follow the show on all platform shows. At Generation Evolution 00.
Do not hit the 00.
I said 00.
No, that was
he's telling everybody.
That's for everyone, just in case if they just put Generation Evolution.
It's 00 after it.
Yes, exactly.
Do not forget the 00.
Don't forget 00. Yes.
Yep. That's.
You can also scan the QR code for more information about our wonderful show.
So, by the way,
and I'm telling everyone right now, Summerfest is starting. Today was the first day. Please be courteous. Don't be the two-fisted drinker that's walking around the aisle spilling beer on everyone, because that doesn't make for a good time.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun to me.
I'm not even old enough to drink, but that sounds
I
fun.
used to be a drinker. That sounds fun.
No, nowadays, you know what it is for you? It's root
Pop a
beer.
gummy and walk around. Pop a gummy and walk around.
No, you got a handful, one half. I got the other gummy. There
I
you go.
walked around New York City High a month ago, so I'm not really complaining about much. Okay, so Sunday we will no longer be on streamer. We'll be on the brand new server, brand new QR codes and everything all set up for that. By the way, everything I'm working on nice little designs over there. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about because it's always a slow week because but I did find out the IWC is actually really pissed at Nick Khan right now from something he said on Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
Oh,
we'll
shit.
talk about that on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
I actually sided with Nick Khan. I sided with Nick Khan actually, but
What did he say about?
I'll explain it.
No. What did he? No. Like, not what did he say? Like, I didn't hear what he said about like what.
I know that. That's why I'm going to play it on Sunday. I'm going to play it on. It was a tease.
Okay. No, I didn't hear what you said. That was the thing.
Yeah, he pissed off the IWC.
Okay, that's what I didn't hear. I was saying, who do you piss off?
The IWC. Didn't take much, but anyway, we'll talk about that on Sunday in our new platform and our new home over at Restream. We'll see you on Sunday. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for joining us in this venture here on StreamYard. You've been listening to Generation Evolution. I'm Blake.
Till then, I'm Christian.
I'm Mark. We love you guys. Hey, and be nice to one another.
Have a good day.
Doesn't take much.
See you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Here with me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.